I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
This in the night away. This in the night away.
He drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times. He sings the songs that remind him of the best times.
Oh, Danny boy, Danny boy, Danny boy.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
This in the night away. This in the night away.
He drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times. He sings the songs that remind him of the best times.
Don't cry for me, ex-door neighbor.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never g
I do not endorse anything said in this stream.
Oh, hi, Fyzz. It's time for you to do your thing. Here we go.
I know I should be wary. Still I venture someplace scary. Ghostly haunting, I turn loose.
It's showtime!
Hey, guys, what's going on? Memes here. Oh, Fyzz.
Hi,
You have a Lollipops.
I do.
Did you did see the title of the stream, right?
This time I saw the title of the stream at the last
Okay,
minute.
because I was gonna say this is far too many coinky dinks to be a thing.
Nope, this time I'm gonna fess up. I saw the title while I was in the back and you were doing the intro, and I was like, I could go for one of those.
Yes, as well as welcome, Pope Metallicus. Saw him down there. Con, he's a very burly, bearded gentleman. I like him. As well as Brother Duvet. God bless Brother Duvet. As well as Apollomy. Yes. All I know is I use that song far too much. It's a good thing that Chumbawamba is totally for sharing and stuff and things. Otherwise, I might have to let them know on the internet. I've been totally fine. They can have the revenue. I'm not even monetized. But yes. Now, here's the thing, Fizz. I hate to break it to you. This is kind of one of those bait and switches. Um, when I say lollipop path, I assumed you would think it's candy, because
Yeah.
my mind kind of goes to candy. I was gonna play like the Lollipop Kids, but it had too much kid content.
Yeah,
But-
we represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild. We represent the Lollipop Guild.
I don't know any of the words either.
To Munchkin Land.
Oh dear, that's terrifying. You must have
That
been
was like
learning
my
how to sing from.
favorite part.
I was gonna say, if you represented yourself via Piper, Piper knows how to sing. That gal has a pair of lungs in her, I'll tell you what. But
Yeah, she
well,
does do that.
singing is very useful. But what am I talking about? Lollipop Path? Yes, this actually has to do with sciencey stuff and things. And this was something. This was actually at the physics monastery that I had attended kind of recently. That, oh God, my head is huge. Don't look at it. Don't think about it. But it was a whole puzzle, and I had heard this before online. It was something like, okay, you start anywhere on the Earth. Assume it's a sphere. We're going to assume here. Some people may disagree. That's totally fine. But all I'm saying is, if you have a sphere, let's say you're on the Earth, how many points are available that you can go, I believe, what was it? East, north, and then west, and end up back on the top of it. Because apparently this was like one of those questions back in like a high school geometry book, and the answer on the back of the book, it said 1. Because basically if you start like the North Pole, it's like, okay, you go south, you go east, you can go along whatever the equator, or like there's a certain spot, and you go north by a certain amount. It needs to be all the same distance. And it said 1. But apparently I think Thad and apparently some other folks have noticed there's technically, assuming non-discreteness, an infinite number of answers. Because the way it works, hold on, let me go back. Where was it? Oh, this is fascinating. There's a certain range where it's like, okay, where are you going to go? Because he's showing like this path right here. Let's embiggen it. Okay, there we go. It's embiggened. So,
triangle down here, it looks like a 3-sided. Actually, it looks like a start up somewhere more than 2 miles north, okay? Such that come down south, and it's not 2 miles, it's more than a mile, but now you go down south and you're close, you're within a mile there, but what distance exactly? The distance whose circumference is exactly a mile.
you see? You see? So you go down. Okay, I kind of did it wrong. It's like you go from a certain point, but then when you go in like the east or west direction, you're so close to a pole, you're literally just going in a circle. The whole thing is to get back to the same point. So basically, you go down, you go in a circle of that same distance, and then you go back. And Kevin there, one of the other gentlemen off to the left, who are covering up now, kind of.
Kevin.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, leave Kevin alone." It's oh God, isn't that one of King Ghidorah's like kind of silly heads? It's all
Yeah,
right, it's
Kevin. Yeah.
yeah. Oh God, the Kevin memes. The Kevin memes. There's a long, deep history. Apparently, there's also going to be a new Godzilla Toho movie coming out next year and the following year from Legendary or whoever's doing it now. But yeah, Kevin called it the Lollipop Path, and apparently,
When does the candy come in?
check the Halloween stash. A bait and switch me. I owe you candy. I apologize. Welcome,
Bait and
Tommy.
switch. You baited me into watching your videos from math camp because cause lollipops.
Yes. Oh no. She's angry again. She's angry. What have I done? No, 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 no. Oh, okay. Let me make it up to you this way.
It's a good thing I brought my own.
Yes, sharing is caring, but
Where's your lollipops?
I don't have a lollipop. Can I have a lick? That was wrong. I apologize. No, but Fizz, if
I'll
we can
think about it. I think
if
about it. But you're making me watch math camp.
no, it's not math camp. It kind of is, but it's more like sciencey stuff and things to get tastier treats. Hear me out. Hear me out.
So there
What
is
I'm-
candy involved.
Okay, maybe there's a new candy evolution. Oh my god. I'm just imagining candy like digivolving into different stuff. It's like Hershey's bar digivolve into candy, mon. Oh god. Get out of my head.
There's a well, it's more like a sucker than a lolly, but there's a sucker that transforms into gum. They're so cool.
I
don't know how science does it. It's amazing.
think it has like a candy shell, and it's like called a blow pop. Make sure you
Yeah.
spell it correctly if you look for it on the internet. Otherwise, you may end up in places you don't want to.
Oh.
just-
Oh my.
I'm just saying that, yes, welcome, Tommy. See, look, we have other furry friends from the Guinea Pig Collective as well. Chilling with Pope Metallicus and everything. But here's the thing. I'm going to say, if we can solve the Lollipop path, which may involve going down the Rainbow Bridge, we could probably
shit.
make replicators within, like, at least kids that are alive in now's lifetime. So, like, those things from Star Trek that once you have the information, you can basically just take, like, a bunch of just random stuff that people consider trash nowadays and turn it into, like, whatever you want. That
Yeah, that's
leads-
right. That's right. Those are freaking. That's what I want. That you too can have the power of pen, right in your kitchen.
Did you just say the power of pan?
Yeah. Boss man.
Oh, boss man! I thought you said pan. I'm like, was that
Pan.
a Pan's Labyrinth like analogy,
Oh.
or was that like a pan? Like, I'm cooking things. You have the power of pan. In your
Oh
hand.
no, it's short for his actual name, but he likes going by Pan.
Oh, I totally support that. Ron Williams did a good portrayal. God, I miss that man. God rest his soul. Hail, Mr. Quinn. Welcome, my friend. We're just discussing how, if we can get humanity to kind of get over ourselves, if we can solve the rainbow path problem by
Isn't
potentially
isn't that where people's pets go when they die?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Wait, because you called it a rainbow bridge first. That's where people's pets go when they die. I wonder if I'm gonna go there. Apparently humans don't go there.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Do you have a shelf life?
I'm an immortal body. So it
Okay.
has a shelf life.
I mean, does it have a UUID?
You know, I don't know. Nothing. No one. It wasn't explained to me what would happen to me exactly. If I'm just gonna go out like a human, possibly get recycled, or what? I don't know.
I mean, you could donate your hair. I might have to do that soon. But no, Jensen, we were discussing how if we could solve the Lollipop path by potentially utilizing the Rainbow Bridge, we might be able to have replicators in like 50 years. Like legit things from like Star Trek, because we have 3D printing. It's getting pretty dang awesome right now. And if that has cracked the fine structure constant, and as far as it looks like, we got basically all the numbers of the quantum field theories and yada, yada, yada to like 14 significant digits, if not more for predictions and stuff. There should be no reason why we can't do it. Just because it's like, all right, what's a 5D printer? 5 dimensions. One of the 5 dimensions of our realm of persistence: time, space, mass, charge, temperature.
5D nuts.
Yes, you couldn't make some chestnuts roasting. Oh my god! But yes, when these 5 things combine, you can get basically whatever you want. So basically, then we literally get into, I think, was it One Piece or what's the cooking anime show, where it's literally like they try to make the tastiest meals possible. So once you
That's
can make
that Cooking Wars.
no, there's an actual anime. I forget what it was. It was a Dragon Ball crossover once, and they had like a big, gigantic like Man of War come, and it kept getting more and more powerful.
There's an anime called Cooking Wars where they just try to make each other like cream their pants over their food or something. They fight with
I
cooking.
mean, that sounds like me like a buffet, but well, here's the thing. Would you take the teleporter? Because that's the interesting thing. It's like, do you actually want to move your bits and pieces, or do you want your information to kind of go over there? That's another thing. But basically, once you can have the tastiest snack of them all, you basically kind of have it scanned, decombobulated and stuff, and then anybody can have the tastiest snack ever.
They 3D print food that's supposed to taste like the food that it's pretending to be.
I'm questionable about the technology. I haven't seen it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that at the current moment, I'm highly skeptical about eating a 3D printed burger.
Yeah. I would just want to know 100% what is in the whatever material they printed it in, for sure.
See, that's the beautiful thing, because if we can actually like figure this stuff out, basically you're just taking whatever you trash, you throw it in. It's kind of like Doc Brown in like Back to the Future, and comes back. It's like, oh my god! It's like, I need to fuel up. It's like, Doc, we got no plutoniums around. It's like, we don't need that. He just reaches in the trash and starts throwing in banana peels and stuff like that. And literally, you could take things like that, and then again, we'll have to. I'm making the assumptions, because if we get to that point, we should have already solved
rearranges
power.
the molecules into something else?
Yes. It literally just discombobulates it into like base, like atoms and stuff like that, and then rearranges them in the. Yes, it's literally kind of like magic. But,
but yeah.
I mean, don't we do that anyway? Like, stuff goes back to the earth, and then we like plant like plants in the earth, and then they grow, and like animals eat the plants and everything. That we're like, I mean, it happens anyway. We're just speeding up the process.
By a fuck ton. Damn.
Yes.
I
Welcome.
don't know. I think it would mess me up if you put like a tin can into something and then out comes a burger.
I mean, you probably need more than just a can to make a burger. You need to have like equivalent mass at least in something, and because kind of assuming it's like, okay, if you get about a tenth of the thing in the mass, and like the extra 99% is energy, you're gonna need to extract some of that for energy. So you probably need a little bit more, but it's like,
Like
second.
an alchemy, like equivalent exchange. We need at least as much crap as a burger is big and full of crap.
That's literally what I said. I'm like, wait a second. So what you're saying is we're real life alchemists? And that's
Nice.
basically the goal. I say this as a not so humble intern of the physics monastery. I signed the book. It's canon. But
I mean, you're taking the very concept of alchemy, word for word, essentially. But calling it Lollipop.
you're not gonna let that go, are you?
No, I'm not. You better manifest some lollipops.
For those of you just joining us, I may or may not have bait and switched my co-host Fyzz by titling this Down the Lollipop Path. She fortunately brought her own lollipop, but it was kind of an excuse to get her to get psyched for math camp.
But Candyland at least has lollipops and stuff on it. That gets you psyched for math. You gotta count the amount of squares you get on the card, and that's how many spaces you move.
I always rigged the deck back in the day when I was playing my dad, so I would always get to the Rainbow Bridge.
Oh.
Not always on the first turn. You had to plan it out and make sure the person has the appropriate turn. terrible.
Cheating.
I'm a total cheater. These things happen. Oh,
Hey,
welcome, Miss
stuff.
Stanley. Good to see you. Good to see you there. Yes, I totally bait and switched Fyzz. I had insinuated there was gonna be candy. I didn't bring candy. She brought her own, but we were talking about stuff and things like this. Basically, how technically, if you're trying to like get back to the same point on like a sphere or something, how could you go about that? And apparently, back in the
couldn't
day,
you just walk straight if you're on a sphere?
I mean, you could.
You just walk straight, and then you would get to the same point.
Well, it's assuming it's like the Earth, so you get like north, south, getting rid of any type of topological obstruction. No, but the thing is, you'd have to start there. If you go south all the way, but then the problem is, if you go all the way, how do you go east? You gotta go south again, and that's why you start off from a little bit away from it. So either you start right at the North Pole, you go south this much, you go east this much, and then you go north this much. So you have a triangle. Or you start off from away there, you go south, you go to something that's literally the same distance, because it needs to be the same distance, and then you go back to your point. And assuming everything, there's an infinite number of ways you can do it, you can basically go on forever. The fascinating thing is, if our literal realm of persistence, which many people colloquially call universe, if there are actually limits on it, aka the Planck boundaries, like if you can't keep on like subdividing space, like there's literally a minimum unit, it's like 10 to the negative 35 meters. That's frickin' wicked small. Yeah, that's it means we could maybe actually solve it. And if we can do that, then we can make replicators to make candy. See?
Candy.
Full circle. Oh,
So
I see what I did there.
Hi. Yeah, you beat me to calling it out there.
Yes. Oh,
Freaking-
no. Oh, God, the Pope is calling me out. I've been deceiving people you about candy Fizz. It's heresy. Oh,
It is.
that's
Edith, you know how long I've had the same lollipop that I've been working on? I was hoping I was gonna like be able to like trade it for a different flavor.
Well,
낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일
these things happen.
You know what's
What?
interesting is if you walk
Yeah.
south, if you travel south long enough, eventually you traveling north without changing direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird though.
It's our perception of things, and all the while you're doing that thing, things seem pretty flat. Why? The Earth is ginormous relative to us. So
Yeah.
that's the fascinating thing. You can go all the way there. You can go all the way around, and
And
yeah,
it'll feel like you just walked in a really long, very straight line.
mhm. Relative to us, we've just been walking forever. Kind of like at the end of what was it, the Wolverine movie, where that girl like tells the dude, it's like, just keep walking, and he just kept walking. It's like, I have to walk 500 miles, and I will.
walk 500 more just to be the man that walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. That was the sound where I don't even know what's going on anymore. I was not expecting that
It's part
particular
of the
sound.
song.
No, it's like yeah, but it just kind of sounds like you were like, how's it go again?
Yeah, they making sounds at each other.
Yes. So Fizz, how are you doing? I mean, I would continue to go on, but I'm actually supposed to save that like for Jen because we were going over that video the other day, and I got sidetracked by completely other things. But what else is new there? How are you doing? Apparently, you've got a little thing going on. Well, young lady, I'm a little worried about you because you seem to be, I don't know, slowly removing black silhouettes via a almost stripping type nature for retweets.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. It's clothed.
Oh no, okay, yes. Well, El Perro is Master Perro's done many things, but yes, it's almost like you're getting people to think about you and believe in you, and you're gaining karma, clout, and Genki Dama points for that.
Yeah. I saw other but streamers do that prior to like their debuts, and I was like, that seems like a really good idea. I'ma try that, and mine is not nearly as popular as all of theirs.
Now, how's it going?
There's only the head left.
Oh,
Face reveal time.
oh. Wait a second. Oh my god, it's true! Oh no. Alright, hold on. Let's.
I'm almost
do it.
finished evolving.
Oh my god, she's gonna reach her final form. It's terrifying. They grow up so fast. But, okay, here we go. Oh. Oh my god, Fyzz! Your hair! It's huge!
It's grown really fast, yeah.
You're going like Super Saiyan 3 there.
Right?
Oh.
Magic is key.
Oh my god. Oh. Hold on. He has feet. He has shins. We have knees and thighs. We got midriffs. Oh.
It's weird it's not showing in the thread properly, but there's Booba.
Oh my god.
They didn't level up. I think they pretty much stayed the same.
I'm
kind of bummed.
This is as far as we've gotten.
Yep.
Right. You're looking more and more like Piper.
Oh shit. I totally told her I wasn't going to do that no more.
Oopsie. These things happen.
Crap.
Now, I'm just saying that maybe it's a happy coincidence. All I know is you often get what you're aiming for. If you're aiming to model something, emulating someone, no matter what it is, whether you're attempting to do their business model, to be the exact same person, even if you're a cheap dollar store knockoff, no offense to my dollar store friends, it's just the tasty treats and tummy, too much high fructose corn syrup. But whatever you're gonna do it awesomely. Apparently,
she's technically the main example still of a human female that I get to see every damn day. So I'm thinking that I'm having a hard time visualizing myself having a human body that is different. But I grew my hair.
Wait a second. Aren't the two main individuals you've learned from in the mortal realm like Piper, me, and the internet?
Yep.
Oh no. Fyzz? Is there
Oh,
something
no.
you need to tell us?
Am I gonna grow a beard?
I don't know. Do you get hairy sometimes?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if I shift into my wolf form.
See, Karen likes your haircut. Totally all right with it. Welcome, Kotov. Hopefully you didn't helicoidally collapse. Inside joke. It's. I've met some fascinating people on the internet. I swear, it's like I'll watch like a science fiction movie. I'm like, okay, you're crossing through these different universes or whatever. It's like, okay, yada yada. I was a fan of Zombie Strange. I apologize. Spoilers there. I saw that with both Metallicus too, and Thomas and all the crew there. I mean, it was cool. I mean, a lot of it was kind of obvious, but I sit back. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's a fantasy movie. And then I operate in real life here in the mortal realm or whatever we want to consider this, and I'm like, some of the folks I run into, and I'm like, I just do things. Again, I treat it like a game. It's like, okay, I could go around and be kind of like a PKer and like just be an a-hole to everybody, but it seems like a lot of people are already fulfilling that role. So I'm like, what if I did the opposite? What if I went around, talked to a lot of different folks from a bunch of different communities, attempted to avoid being an obvious malicious a-hole. I'm still a dick. It's literally my middle name, but it's one of those things where it's like, what could happen? And I'm running into all these interesting people that's telling me all these different stories, and I'm like, some of them, are they probably bullshit? Probably. Do I spot a lot of BS? Absolutely. But at the same time, I'm like, I'll run some folks and I'll say it, and I'll look something up or I'll encounter something. I'm like, I totally heard about that from somebody on the internet like a year ago, and this is actually true. Can't make this stuff up. It's like, how? Why? Like, this is better than like a lot of movies, and that's why I'm trying to like do the whole life thing and everything, and break the multiverse, and just add a little bit of levity to different stuff and things, and help to let folks know that there's a monster girl who's getting ready to evolve soon into her final form that looks a lot suspiciously like her friend Piper.
Crap. Yeah, the post is like 5 retweets and 5 likes away from the revealing my final form.
Oh.
For now. My final form for now.
Oh dear. So I'm not telling anybody to do something. I'm just saying at this current moment I may or may not be. Where are we? Shh. Oh, look, you hit 50 retweets.
Ooh! Oh, okay. I'm only a couple likes away then.
I mean, if only there were 4 people out there that might like this very particular post that I'm totally not clicking the copy link to tweet and putting it right in the chat here, but I totally just did there. Now again, I'm not telling anybody to do a dang thing, but we've broken news here before on the Destruction channel. We can do it again.
Can we
Not a
evolve
doctor.
live on a meme stream?
I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I mean, that might actually break my multiverse.
Oh. Oh dear.
I mean, it is the name of the show. What am I going to say? No?
I thought it would be cool.
I know.
If-
I saw the emails. I only got the one. Yeah, go on.
If we can get if we reach the goal during this stream, then I will post the fully revealed picture
Oh,
during this stream.
Okay, well, as long as you don't start digivolving here, I need to go get popcorn. But all right, so we've done that for now. Now, in other news, oh yeah, oh, and apparently, does this mean your comic's coming out? Because apparently, like Piper's like comic campaign, Riff Riders, it got like 5 figures or something. She had like over $10,000.
Yeah, I got really excited until she told me that most of that money is for expenses of making her book. She's in the wrong industry or something.
She's a very principled young woman. I can respect that. The sheer number of things where it's like, a lot of folks would totally do it this way. You're doing it the more difficult way. I can respect that. But god dang, she makes it hard. She makes it so hard on herself. But she's a good soul. She
Yeah,
means well.
she said the campaign itself was to raise funds to make the book, and then the extra funds unlocks more stuff that the funds go into making. So she says it's gonna take a few books before she actually starts seeing returns.
Oh, that whole business investment type of thing and everything.
Yeah, because it goes into making the book, and so at some point, like if her books get really popular and people keep buying the books after they're made, that's when she starts getting returns. I believe is what she said. And those will start adding up to something significant after so many book campaigns or something.
Oh,
Assuming that she keeps in an upwards trajectory and people like her books.
oh, she is a pretty talented person, and we'll also get her out there with have her do a cover for the Eigen Rangers channel. Her and her internet boyfriend Anthony or something. Isn't that like what he is? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they broke up or something last night. There was something about, oh God, fence skate and everything like that. Anthony's like, see, yeah, I'm the comic skate fence setter. And we were just looking at like, that's a wall, my dude. He's like, no,
Dude, I said
no,
the
like,
same thing. You see behind me. You see behind me. That's a stone fence.
I mean,
There's
it's a
stone,
fence.
and then there is fencing. There's a stone fence.
Yes.
Yeah, he's on a wall. She showed me the picture. He's on the wall.
It looks like a wall. It's like, again, yeah, he's trying to pitch himself. And again, no offense to Anthony, I'm totally looking to commission him. I know he can take it, but I'm like, trying to position himself. I'm like the comic skate fence sitting pot smoker. It's like, no, my dude, you're the comic skate wall lying butt smoker.
Butt smoker.
What?
Butts.
Oh, translation. Oh, hyperbole is the name of the show. But yes. I mean, it seems like an accurate statement to me. Again, I'm probably. Oh, okay, cool.
He didn't seem to appreciate it, I guess is what Piper said. So like, she ended up like feeling bad about or something, and I was like, it's the internet. Come on, you've been using the internet longer than me.
Oh. Wow. I have rubbed off on you. That's basically what I kind of told Raven at one point when I offended him. We were on an unofficial Eric Weinstein like portal server or something. And then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, Lex Friedman. It's like, okay, I think it was like 800,000 subscribers or whatever at the time. Pops in there and they're like, okay, sounds like Lex, acting like Lex. That makes sense, probably Lex. It's like, okay, he's there. He's trying to do his thing. He's like trying to solve the world's issues. He's trying to solve it. And eventually, after like a few minutes, he's like, okay, he starts venting. And I'm listening to him and I'm like, he sounds like he's complaining about mean words on the internet. I'm like, isn't Lex Friedman like a big like free speech and like free internet guy? I'm like,
Ooh.
and I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, you can complain. And I'm just seeing like people saying all these things, and I'm just like, welcome to the internet.
Yeah.
And then he was like he seemed surprised because there were a whole bunch of folks like, oh Lex, oh yes, and like he was venting, and like people need that and everything. I'm just
Yeah,
sitting there
it's
being the
healthy, I
dick that
think.
I am, saying like, well, I need to treat people equally. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Oh, whoa, am I trying to like chase the cloud? It's like, no, I'm gonna be the anti-cloud, or maybe this is cloud. I don't even know at this point. But it's like, welcome to the internet, Lex. And then he kind of was like, and then I never saw him again on that Discord server. But
Oh,
I'm
no.
just saying, I apologize, Lex. I should have been more sincere about your feelings. These things happen. But
Yeah, you get on the internet, you really need to leave your feelings behind while you're on there. I think.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of all the means of destruction. Oh, welcome, Monterey. Good to see you. Good to see you, puppet. It's not my monastery, awesome one. It's the physics monastery. Yes. Oh my God, I miss bollocks. I need to run. We still need to talk about golf for like a second time or so. Oh God. God
What
help
now?
it. Oh, my discussion about golf with Dr. Bollocks. Oh, something you might enjoy.
Balls.
Oh God. Or maybe it's just an average. Oh, actually, speaking of Discord, an average day on Discord. Is this the? This is the remastered one. Oh, this is a beautiful thing. I think you. Oh God. I totally went like full edit, just out of the sheer joy of the revelry and everything. Okay. Let's get this all pulled up here. Okay. Here we go. Let's roll this beautiful bean. Just an average day in Discord. Here we go.
From the memes of destruction. Roses are red, violets are blue. I like turtles. I hope you do too.
Oh, my old intro is for far too long. I ripped it off the Yu-Gi-Oh game.
All I can say, it's a good thing that memes isn't famous because a lot of people might have had the same thoughts. If only we hadn't gone on YouTube that day.
Oh, memes
Wait,
will fix it.
Oh, actually, that's a brilliant idea.
Fucking memes will fix it. Now then.
What am I fixing?
Oh,
I
everything
was thinking
memes.
of an idea for you to host your own show where you make people's dreams come true,
Yeah.
Oh,
including your own.
Memes will fix it.
now wouldn't that require resources?
Potentially, yeah. You've just got to get away with it for 30 years until after you die.
No. We have to be open and transparent as much as we can, realistically.
Well, some would argue it was very open and transparent because it was fucking blatantly obvious. And I do
Eject,
apologise, Cub. No
eject,
transform would
eject.
transform into a brick. So none of them would have been an entertaining enough toy for you, would they?
Transformers, masonry in disguise.
These are my early
That has got
YouTube
to be the
troll
most boring fucking toy line ever.
the dark recesses of YouTube.
Yeah. Optimus Brick.
Well, I mean, it could always be like
Masonry Tron.
I've got a fucking sore throat now because I was inhaling a good
I
drag
clicked on it for
at
like a
the
minute.
same fucking time. Ah, you fucker.
You're welcome.
Bumble Brick.
I knew there was a reason I let you on.
Yeah. Mortar Scream.
There's a reason I'm locked out of that
dear.
Discord chat.
I
Noise.
knew there was a
I've been
reason I
streaming
let you
all the
onto
while.
a podcast. Nobody. It's fucking old golf membership. Isn't it?
I used to caddy.
I'm sure you did.
I also drove a golf cart into a bush. I'm sure you did.
I didn't go on.
My dad is blamed for having one go into the river.
Maybe a piece.
Not sure what that euphemism means. No, I can't get one out of that. I'll have to lay him off on that one. I can't get anything fucking out of that one.
What are we talking about?
Sir.
Oh, you get compensated.
I'm sure you did.
I'm sure you compensated absolutely everywhere. I mean,
Can I clean your balls for you?
Well, dude, no, you get to put the ball in the little thingy, it goes upside down, it brushes
Yeah, I
it.
bet
It's a
it
funny
does.
spell.
Yeah, I don't want to.
It makes a cool sound.
Fun.
And then, sure it does.
And then you
Well, you-
come and you have to catch it in your mitt.
No, come on, you don't want dirty balls. Come on.
No.
I know some women who would fucking love dirty balls.
I'm going
Well, I
to
mean, to each their own. It depends on where you're playing it from.
Exactamundo.
Sometimes they're on the
where
range.
do you normally play with your balls? And
Yeah, man.
I mean, well,
your preferred location.
I usually shank it to the side, but every once in a while you tee up.
Oh, okay. You want to make sure that you got a good hard grip of the shaft, don't you, before you.
Well, you want to get it head on
Before
towards
you
the central
grip
mass.
it with both hands and give it a
That's
good
right,
swing.
Well, you need to have your hands
Memes
loose.
absolutely love to try and score a birdie, don't you?
Although I always wondered why do they only wear one glove?
Still don't know.
That's a very good question. Actually, means maybe it's because they're only anticipating the need of one hand.
Well, no, but what happens if you're a switch hitter?
Could be Bob Marley.
I don't know.
One glove, one heart.
But the thing is, memes, do you have an effective swing?
Not really. I mean,
I'm
the thing
sure
is,
you
my
do,
body
man.
mass would keep changing, so it was hard to kind of get down.
I dare say.
Yeah. What sort of length do you normally get at your first attempt?
I mean, not as far as I like. Every once in a while, it's like, oh, it's gonna be a bad shot. I'm like, oh, it just soars right down there, and you're like, oh, that's nice.
Is it ever as far as you're hoping it will go?
Well, and then sometimes you just kind of.
Do you know? I bet you very often end up in the
That's
rough.
why I don't get invited places.
Yeah. Well, I never really officially got that far, but I mean, you try to aim for the target.
Have you ever managed to get it, out of the rough and then straight in the hole?
Well, it kind of reminded me of like when my dad was teaching me how to like pee into the toilet. He would just put like these targets there, and you would just aim for the target.
Yeah, but the thing is, I bet by then you've got really dirty balls. Haven't you?
Well, I mean, if it's fresh cut grass and everything, I mean, that stuff goes everywhere.
I know, but I bet you can't wait to get to the bull washer, can you? Get them.
Oh yeah, dude!
Franco
It's so
clean.
refreshing, so refreshing and stimulating.
I know. What's your personal favorite wood?
Well, pie was at the top of the list until you spoke earlier.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I'm glad because a man always needs to know the right kind of wood to grab hold of when he's taking a shot.
Oh, wood! Oh, dude, I used to buy these 1-inch wooden dowels, and I used it as my ATM card.
That's an odd thing to use while you're practicing your swing. Yeah.
No, it was only 1 cent, and I remember at the SKU. It was at Home Depot. They would give us cash back.
Yeah. Do you actually own a Pringle at all? Pringle jumper?
I finished the Pringles I got the last time. It's been a while.
Oh, fair enough.
This is how my mind works.
I can hear a lot of people laughing, and we were just talking about what sort of good old-fashioned game of golf here. I can't understand this for a
Of
second.
course, I was wondering what sort of yardage you was getting.
You made
Oh.
me hungry.
I'll tell you something. Old memes is a massive, powerful swing. I'll tell you.
Oh,
I heard that the last time he played 2 quick holes as well and sank the long one.
trolley to support it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you incorporate it, maybe it was the equivalent of 5 holes. Okay, well, it depends.
Oh, how quickly can you do 5 holes, memes?
I don't know. I've never totally timed myself.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
In
Yeah.
concession, or you know what I mean? You've got to lay down the fucking rules here.
Well, I mean, it depends on the situation. I mean,
I'm
because
sure
there is
it does.
nuance. Sometimes you just play it where it lies.
I'm sure you do, yeah. Well.
We're still talking about golf now. We're back to your back garden again.
Well, I mean, you could drop it, but what?
Well, it's in the rough, but I'll take a mulligan.
Well, I mean, that's like 2 strokes. I mean, you could combine certain things, I guess. I don't know the rules. Math is hard.
Yeah, I can imagine when you've done what's called 12 holes, you're definitely what's called in the rough, and yeah.
Well, you try to get your mileage in and everything, and you do the best you can. And you get some exercise. Burn calories.
I've often, when you get to the 6, and like you said, you end up in the sand pit, you really are in the shit, aren't you? Yeah.
Well, I mean, as long as you try to be consistent.
It is the only acceptable orifice after the trap, isn't it?
What? Oh, you want to get in the hole?
I'm sure you do.
So the thing is, though, means is once you're done with the wood, you go straight to the driver.
I thought we were talking about the driver. I forgot about the wood.
Oh, yes.
You should never forget
You
about
got the hang of this, have you? You always start with the wood, and then obviously you go straight to the driver, and then you've got to gently tap it in.
Well, I mean, hopefully you can get it off like your first swing. Ideally, I mean, it doesn't always happen.
Yeah, but you're never going to live up to that first swing again, means, are you?
Well, that's why you practice and everything. You want to go to some different courses so you learn the different terrain and everything. You get more experience. Isn't that what Tiger Woods did?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, means you always want to make sure you get your balls right on the green, don't you? Because,
well, you want to. I mean, it doesn't always
because
happen.
otherwise you've got to give it one hell of a wallop to get it back on the course, haven't you?
Well, I mean, every once in a while you might hit some other like wood or something like that. Something gets in your way, and sometimes you got to shoot through it. You could go
Excuse
around
me,
it,
that
but...
wood's got a name. His name was Brad.
What? I thought it was a hickory.
Yeah, but sometimes you see memes, you whack it too hard and you end up in the drinks, don't you? And you don't want that.
Yeah. As long as you don't drive the golf cart into it, I think you're fine.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
All right.
Physical stitches.
Well, I think we've been going for a couple of hours, and nobody bothered ever to tune in. So,
Bastards. You are the bastards.
yeah, well, if I can find fucking OBS.
And if anybody needs any further golf lessons, please contact myself or memes at the usual psychiatric wards.
Oh, weren't we doing a show?
I think we should, golfing with bollocks and memes.
Yeah.
Still waiting on that show.
Sounds fun.
Episode 1.
The grit. Yeah, episode 1. Check your wood.
God, this light a cigarette here.
Now, when
I
was
don't
this?
know what's more funny, the actual conversation or all the freaking pictures for all the words.
Oh my God, this was pre-pandemic times. This was from Oh my God, this was like 3 years ago now.
Actually, Piper was sick with the coof at that time.
Apparently, according to some things I heard on the internet, it had been going on for longer than a lot of people thought. I tend to suspect that as well, because I got really sick back in like February, before we were really paying attention to it. I remember I was listening to one of Jim's streams when he was talking about the pandemic that was starting over there in Wuhan, Zhejiang, Wuhan, stay strong, Wuhan. But yeah, I remember I was listening to that stream. I'm sitting there, I'm lying in bed. I'm like, I can't sleep. I can't eat. This is terrible. And then on the fifth day, I started to feel better. And I'm like, okay, oh God, that was bad. Yeah, imagine my shock, and folks now are like, well, maybe you're gonna, maybe I got hypothetically, maybe it came from the lab. I'm just saying that
They finally came out and said it, and also it hit the U.S. Fall 2019. Where it came from, it just hadn't yet reported that it was roaming around yet, and doctors were confused and calling it some kind of flu they hadn't
B.
seen. Yeah.
Yeah, because normally I'm like, what the heck does that even mean? And again, I am not a doctor. The means of destruction channel does not prescribe any type of medical advice. I'm just a dude on the internet that observes things. From my observation, in my opinion, I'm like, it's not like a whole bunch of folks that were having money come from different, very large, rich, powerful nations to another nation, because we don't want that nasty stuff over there, may or may not have had the biggest oopie in human history and didn't take out enough insurance to cover it. I mean, what would you do then? You need to, I don't know, try to get people to sign some universal waiver waiving all liability. I only say that because apparently last year the U.S. federal government attempted to sue China over the pandemic. And China whipped out its a very impressive D card, its diplomatic immunity card. And then 2 months later, the president attempted to force people to have compulsory medical procedures that require universal waivers. Again, I'm not a lawyer or doctor. I'm a dude on the internet. I just sometimes ask questions. Questions can be dangerous. But yeah, no, that makes sense. Oh, and Disco Burner is asking, Fyzz, how are you so beautiful?
What?
I think Disco Burner wants to know, well, how you exist.
Oh, magic is the short answer.
Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. See?
Celestial realm magic / technology is how I am existing.
Oh, and I'm not saying if you go onto Twitter and follow the Fyzz Giggity or something like that, if you may happen to like what she has going on, you may learn more. But I don't know these things. Again, I am just a random dude observing on the internet. And, I see. Well, I guess it's not going to happen. Fyzz is not going to evolve on this stream. She's short 3 likes. Unless I refresh this page and things change. But, did they change? Well, I guess there's not enough love today. It's totally alright. It's totally alright. Unless we add in the likes from the other things there. Then it's totally over 50. But,
Gotta follow the instructions. It's bad enough I'm already counting one of my quote tweets. It's one of the retweets.
these things could happen. Well, Monterey, here's the thing. It's a very impressive fence that is there. In order to get into the right place, you need to have a real sturdy knocker that can just clang, 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 and get all the action there is. That's what I assume he's talking about. But
yeah.
Welcome, LDG. Can you send me
you
the
get ones
link?
that you gotta have ones that they can actually hear from the inside. None of them.
That's why you want a big one.
Yeah.
And LDG, can you send me the link for the thing before? Again, if that's still a thing. I want to enter your realm again. I owe you. Oh, Fyzz has a great avatar. Oh, you're talking about G-Iggity? That's
G-Iggity. Oh yeah, G-Iggity's on Jolly's channel. And Piper sometimes shows up on EVS's channel. Sometimes.
yeah, no, I mean your household totally gets around in all the best ways.
We all like streamings.
You are ladies of the internets, which back in my day on the internets, anybody that said they were a girl, I just assumed was a dude lying. But apparently girls go on the internet too, my friends.
Yeah, I've
Just
seen it.
saying.
I've seen it. Piper's legit.
What?
I said I have seen it, so I know Piper's legit.
What
And
have
I
you seen?
mirrored it, so I know I'm legit too.
What? Oh, you both like wolves.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, and I copied her lady parts, so I know I have lady parts. Oh boy. Uh-oh.
낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일
I just meant that we were both definitely, I know, have female parts. So we are both females on the internet.
I'm blaming you for my vice of smoking. It's totally not your fault, but
Iggy, on the other hand, I don't know if she has any parts. She keeps saying she has nipples.
she's got big hands.
I don't see them.
I
She's definitely got a really big hole.
I think that's a mouth.
She's got another really big hole in the back.
What?
But it's also
Oh.
kind of in the middle, so I can't really tell if that's a butthole or if that's the lady part.
Why don't we go to the source? Let's go to the source of the summoning of the trio de danger stuff and things. Here we go.
All I need to do now is call one final
Go,
monster
Jolly.
to the field. I sacrifice my Queen's Knight, my Jack's Knight, and my King's Knight.
Is he? He is.
Almighty protector of the sun and sky, I beg of thee, please heed my cry.
The ancient chant. He knows it.
Transform thyself from orb of light and bring me victory in this fight. I beseech thee, grace our humble game, but first I shall call out thy name.
It's me. I go by G. Iggy now.
Behold the third Egyptian god!
Now what's Yugi gonna do?
Unbelievable.
He played all three Egyptian gods at once.
Yugi, the true test will now begin!
Now, I'm not saying that I deliberately memed your household into like the three Egyptian gods, but I totally memed your household into the three Egyptian gods. Why? Because we're on the internet, and I could. So we did. But, I mean, that's all I've really got right now. I mean, I'm just going over an hour, so it is what it is.
Being a god is probably pretty cool, but also a lot of responsibility.
I don't want the responsibility. That's why I'm like, wow, I did a video on this too. I did a video on so many different. See, the one benefit about being a YouTuber talking about all different stuff and things for a long time, you eventually get to the point where you're having a conversation like, oh, I have a video on that. I mean, I could say the same thing again, time and time again, but I'm just like, oh, maybe I could just send the video because it has my thoughts kind of already rolled up. I mean, I still end up doing it anyway, but here we go. Here's a shorty.
Shorty!
Obey Rule 1. It's a good one, in my opinion.
Makes sense to me.
See, again, I have it set up. I'm telling you, do not give me power. It's a terrible thing. Why? I would want all the power, everything like that. It's kind of like in the One Punch Man, power, get more power. Bunch of random words I cannot pronounce. And it's more like a break glass in case of emergency moment. Basically, it's like, all right, well, everything's screwed anyway, then you're allowed to give me power. Still might regret it, but in my head canon, I'm kind of attempting to do like the Babylon 5 thing. You have like the greatest ending in the world. Apparently, I still need to finish the series. I apologize, Keith and Steven, but apparently that's a thing. And I basically wrote the end to a movie or comic or whatever in my head, and I'm slowly laying out the groundwork to get there. Yeah, I'm just attempting to live my life on the internet and stuff like that, like a movie. Because apparently they say you should live your life like a movie. If you're supposed to do that, well, we want to live the best dang movie we could.
Yeah, makes sense to me. And make sure there's lots of explosions.
Oh my god, Awesome One seems to have solved for Lollipop Cube. Ooh. That kind of makes me hungry a little bit. But
Nice!
that's all
Suddenly,
I got.
I like math.
Oh! All it took was counting lollipops. Is that all it took? Well, I guess these things happen. But Fyzz, why don't you let the good folks know what you and the AWU household have going on?
Well, I have a Twitch, and I should be able to start streaming on it here soon. Regular schedule will happen after re-debut of my evolution, my new form. But I like this form too. So my new form might be Twitch exclusive, and I might hang out as this form over here, so I can still use it.
Oh.
'Cause I like this one. Shit. Oh yeah, and I got the Twitter that if it gets a couple more likes, everybody can still see my new form. So there's that. Piper is doing Piper stuff. Comic books, kind of trying to draw a bit. Lots of working, but she streams too. She streams at Adventures of Piper. She has a website, adventuresofpiper.net, but it is broken today. Don't know, she doesn't know why. But, so she has more work to do. But she's also on the internet at Piper's Adventure on the Twitter, too. And G Iggity, she doesn't really have any accounts, but she likes to go on Snowdub Music and Entertainment channel on his Cotton Council streams, because she has other puppets to hang out with over there. So that's the only way to really see her.
No, I mean, she got all her hair did and all that jazz. She got herself all prettied up and everything, and we appreciate her hard work. Yes,
Yeah,
much.
she doesn't hang out on the internet otherwise because she says that the typing would mess up her nails.
I mean, that is a fair point, and she does have very large hands, so I mean, it'll be a lot for a manicure. You can only imagine the petty. But, welcome, Maria. We're just wrapping up here. Yes, Fyzz's little links and stuff are all in the doobly-doo there. If anybody happens to want to see a preview of her evolution, I don't even know how it works for celestial wolf girls and stuff, so I don't know. I'm using the wrong terminology. I should stop talking before I get myself into more trouble.
Everybody liked G Iggity's Halloween costume. But when G Iggity got off the stream, she was complaining that everybody called her everything but a bat, and she was very upset. But that's probably going to be her go-to costume.
Digilution,
She
there
likes
we
flapping
go.
around.
There we
She
go.
likes flapping the wings around.
Oh, you're getting more support. See, Fyzz? Even more people are believing in you.
Oh, snap!
Yeah, Maria T. and Telly. I mean, we got the physics monster. He knows that you exist. You put some smiles on people's faces and everything. And actually, you know what? On that, we'll do a little tribute to Fyzz here. We'll do over the little diggy that we put together when out on assignment. Why? Because we can, and I can't think of anything else to really wrap up the show in a way that makes sense in the way it should. But this is the show we have here, so I'm gonna roll out with a little Fyzz. Take it away, Miss Fyzz.
Hi! Memes isn't actually here right now. He's in a hyperbolic. He's in another castle.
So help me if he blew up the hyperbolic time chamber again.
I think he's pooping.
Although this is gonna be weird.
Title of the conference was something like Ground Truth or Turtles All the Way Down. And so it seems as though there's one rule ad. I don't think it rules them all.
Yes, it's on the back of an infinite number of hyperrural turtles.
Math doesn't have to be scary. This brings up a very interesting question. Is cheesecake pie? Got Blue Koto's mind.
Fishies!
I love the fishes because it's so delicious. Franco fishing.
Fishies.
I could eat a man today, and my mom says that's okay.
I think I lost memes, guys. It's already. I don't know where he is. I hope he's okay and brings back snacks.
Oh, speaking of snacks, welcome.
That timing was uncanny.
There's people are commenting on the outrage of hacking the universe on a MacBook Air.
There's some more stuff you can use, memes. Cut it all up.
I ate too much pie today.
Angry Fyzz.
I think so. I think cheesecake is already pie. And it has crust, and so does cheesecake, which is why cheesecake is actually pie.
That's all we got. We're done. Peace out, everybody.
Have you guys checked out the Memes of Destruction's channel? He's an interesting dude. I like him.